Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today we have Ken Knesh. He is the principal of Warren County High School. And today we're going to talk about some of the activities that are going to be happening at the school the next couple of weeks, and maybe even a little farther into the future than that. But a lot of great things are happening at the school. The football team won.
That's right. They're going to be in the regional finals on Friday, 7 o'clock at Brentsville.
Right.
So, it's Black Friday, so maybe you can go down to Potomac Mills or IKEA. My wife is looking forward to maybe some IKEA time there.
We got to go to that football game, right?
Yeah. Well, my daughter's a cheerleader. She's a varsity cheerleader, so we'll be traveling down to the game anyway. But 7 o'clock at Brentsville on Friday.
There you go.
Yep. Right. And then coming up on the first Saturday in December is
December 3rd.
December 3rd is the Kiwanis pancake breakfast, which is a big thing that takes place in our cafeteria.
Right.
We get a lot of traffic for that. Even though it's not a school event, they use our building, and we're always happy to have groups in the community.
And you got a big space there for them. When they were over at E. Wilson, it was a little cramped in that little room, but you guys got that nice big cafeteria.
Yeah, lots of parking, those kinds of things, so access to that. And then the following Saturday, December 10th, our Warren County High School Parent Cat Pack is sponsoring a holiday bazaar. So if you got an idea maybe for some last-minute shopping, we've got lots of local vendors there. It's always good to kind of shop and support local businesses. And that's the 10th from 8 to 2.
Is that going to be in the cafeteria?
In the cafeteria, and our DECA students are going to be set up and selling both breakfast and lunch. So if you get hungry while you're shopping, you can help support our DECA students as well.
They've turned into pretty good entrepreneurs, haven't they?
Man, they are just.
The DECA students. Rick Gardner has taken this in the last couple of years. Has taken it from down here to way up here, and has got people going to state and to national finals. And isn't it great? And some placed, I think, second or something at national.
Did a great fifth, I think. They're in Atlanta.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a huge deal. And like you said, just a couple of years ago, that organization didn't exist in our building. Now, it's obviously been around nationally for many years.
And it's not at Skyline High School.
Well, I don't know anything. I got enough to keep me busy at Warren County High School, as you can tell with all of these different events. But our DECA students are just absolutely. We were talking earlier about how they're doing the broadcasting on the recordings.
We're doing the live streaming that you see on the Royal Examiner. The DECA students are the ones that's actually setting it all up, running our equipment, and we've trained them how to do that. And they have really picked it up, and they're doing this on their off time. And they show up on time and do it, and it's great, and it's a real good community service, and they've really picked that up. Then they're running the snack bar over there. There's a lot of involvement with these DECA students. That's all at your school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you know that?
I did in fact know that one. During a club day, we have club day first and third Wednesday of every month, and it's a time for our clubs to get together. But you walk past that DECA club, and there's 60, 70 kids in that DECA meeting. And
like 3 years ago, there was 10.
Yes.
And it's like they recruit each other into something. And, people do want to get involved in something that's working or doing something, and you can tell that in some of your clubs are very successful and other ones just kind of mediocre, But when people get into it and you got the right person advising the club, it just grows.
Absolutely. And you've got those officers, those core group. We were talking about a freshman helping with the recordings of the athletic events. That's a big thing too, is kids see that these kids are doing things and they're enjoying what they're doing and they want to jump in and have some fun.
And it's amazing what people will learn. I can remember when I was a freshman in high school, I was in the AV club. That was a big thing when we were probably coming to school. And I really enjoyed it, and it's that's been the path I went all the way, till now. I'm still basically in the AV club.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see just a number of kids who go through that DECA program and then go on to college to try to get into careers with business, or start their own business. And it's really awesome to talk to some of those kids and the impact that DECA and Mr. Gardner have had on them. But we had a really successful fall season. Our girls made it all the way to the state semifinals, lost to the eventual state champion from York High School. But they were phenomenal. I watched
that game. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. And they fought up to that fourth set all the way to the end and just couldn't pull it out there at the end. But so proud of those girls for being Region 3B champions this year.
Right. They just ran out of time. That's all.
Well, and I know we're overlapping now. We've got winter sports starting, so some of those girls are going to go straight into girls basketball. So
when we're over there doing the games in the one court, they're practicing their basketball already, and I see the girls and the boys are in there playing, and it won't be long. What, another week or two, right?
Oh, they're already doing scrimmages right now, and they practice today. The good thing about football still being in the playoffs is they're practicing. They were practicing out there today. I saw some pictures on Twitter of those guys out there practicing. Yeah. So,
on their day off.
On their day off. They didn't have school this week, but they're at that school and they're working hard.
Yeah, that's great.
And then the theater program, Mr. Harvey's theater program, the one act, made it to the regional finals this fall. So we've got three we've got volleyball, football, and theater. All three of them were very successful this school year. So
what about our band and programs? How's that going? Do we have anything going to be looking for any concerts soon?
Yeah, well, band, usually they're going to competitions on Saturdays and have been doing very well, getting superior ratings there. But, of course, it's that time of year in December when we have both our winter concert for band and for chorus. So I know they're working hard on those, and I think the students will get a little bit of a preview when we do our holiday sing-along at the last day of every year, right before winter break. We get the kids in the auditorium, we sing some carols and have some fun, and kids who have perfect attendance get tickets, and they get to vote on which teacher or administrator gets pied at that assembly.
That's the day you take off, right?
So I probably will have some tickets in my can, but hopefully somebody else is a bit more popular with the pie than I am. So.
Yeah. I don't know if popular is the word.
Yeah, I haven't had pied yet, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, you're the loving principal everybody loves.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to smash a pie in my face, maybe. But yeah, we got that, and then of course SOLs and the things that come with being in school. End of the semester's coming up, so we're really trying to.
Isn't this kind of new this year, or maybe you did it last year with the when we break at holidays? We start a new semester when you come back. Is that true?
Oh, we've done that for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, we've done that for at least 10 years.
People always complained about. You come back to school for 2 weeks, then we have end of semester and exams and everything.
And then you have to take professional days again for that transition to help those teachers prepare for second semester. So it's really nice to have a clean break.
It is.
Have a couple of weeks off, have the kids come back ready, refreshed hopefully, and ready to go for that second semester. And they get 4 new classes, and so everyone's excited. Teachers are getting new students. Students are getting new teachers and new classes. So it's all pretty exciting.
Well, let's talk about the school real quick, because it just kind of like flashed in my brain. If I don't say it, we'll forget it.
Yeah.
But in the news have been a lot about the not accreditation, but I guess performance of students. Our reading skills are down. How does that look in the high school? Because this COVID thing has just messed up everybody.
It has, but we always talk about like the end of course test is English 11. So English 9 and English 10 into that English 11. So that reading test in the 11th grade really is a sort of accumulation of all of those years.
Right.
And so we have the benefit of just working with those kids and knowing after their 8th grade test sort of where they are and kind of trying to target some of the areas that we feel that they most need in order to be successful in that English 11 test.
Right. That reading is everything. If you've got a really good reading skills, you can master the other things.
Absolutely. Like with biology, we talk all the time about biology being a vocabulary-based test.
Right.
You need to understand the words that are there and what they mean before you can successfully answer the question.
Right.
You need to know what an enzyme is before you can answer the question about what it does.
It's kind of like in college, they use organic chemistry as like the class that breaks you from going on.
Yeah.
If you can't make it through organic chemistry, that no one uses, but we have this class that's kind of like a benchmark. So you got to make organic chemistry, or you're not going to go any further.
Yeah.
And weeds them out.
Our 9th graders, we have Algebra 1 in 9th grade, and I tell you what, the Algebra 1 teachers that we have at Warren County High School are phenomenal. They're top in the state, in my opinion, and we always run between 95 and 98% pass rate.
That's good.
Just wonderful, yeah. They do such a great job, and one of the areas that we struggle with at Warren County High School is attendance, and that is part of accreditation, and so you can't have kids missing more than 18 days, which is 10% of the school year. If they do, they're chronically absent. And they go into that, you can only have you need less than 25% of your kids being chronically absent.
Right.
Our goal is 20%. We want less than 20% of our kids, but we're making phone calls and talking to parents and kids and trying to make sure that they understand the importance of being at school.
And I think that's what it's about. It's about the importance of it. You mentioned algebra. Well, we'll never use that. It's amazing. You use those skills every day. I don't care what your job is. You might not call it algebra 1 or 2 or trig, but you use those concepts and the skills and the thinking that you've gone through, the problem solving attitude that you've learned. You use it every day.
Yeah, that's what I think is important when you say problem solving. I think that's one of the things that math teaches so well, and it teaches you that mistakes are part of the learning process.
Exactly.
That if you make a mistake, it's perfectly fine.
That's why they always harp, how did you get there? It's not just coming up with the answer.
Right.
It's the process. It's all about that critical thinking skills and things that people don't see that or think about it, and they just think it's math, and it's really more than that. It's amazing. Our whole world revolves around math.
Yeah, absolutely. And even, I talk to the kids even like in a theater class where, your set is arranged and your sofa is at a specific angle, and why is it at that angle as opposed to a different angle? Even back when I was teaching, that was one of the things that we talked a lot about.
We're going to the moon, but why are we pointing the rocket over here when the moon's right there?
Yeah, so we got lots of things going on. We're very excited. We've had a great couple of months of school so far, and I just wanted to stop by, sort of update.
Well, I appreciate that.
Update everyone on some of the things that we've got going on. Are we going to expect
any surprises in the next semester, or are we going to just move along?
Oh, well, there are always surprises. That's what part of the job that I enjoy the most. Yeah. Besides those relationships that you build with kids, those lifelong relationships. Yeah. It's just, it's you never know. I have a full list of meetings, let's say, for a day, and you never know whether you're going to get through those meetings or not just because of the day. It just depends. Yeah. I love the energy of the building and the excitement, and we always try to keep the kids on their toes.
I try to encourage people that I know that are in high school and even middle school and high school or going on to college. I said, you don't really realize that these are the basic building blocks, and to start volunteering and explore and try to do things that are outside your comfort zone, because you may not ever have this opportunity again to be on the basketball team or the cheerleader team or the newspaper or the yearbook or something. And it's amazing. It's almost like just volunteer and see what happens and get in there and learn. And it's really a good learning experience to take on these new things that you outside your zone, comfort area, and nowhere else is it's not going to happen when you get out of high school, and so you need that experience and that fear. Face your fear.
Face your fear. Find out whether it's for you or not.
It's okay.
There are a lot of things that we offer that may not be for everyone, but it's worth trying. And then if you don't like it, you could always do something different. That's why we offer the opportunities that we do in a safe environment, that it's like we talked about. It's okay to not like something. It's okay to
pick something else.
There's lots of things. If it isn't there, the kids do a great job of coming to us and saying, we'd love to start. We have a tabletop game club. Things like that. The kids have said, we really want to do this. All for it. And we've got teachers that, I'll sponsor that. So lots of clubs are popping up with Club Day and after school type things. So video game club, some of those kinds of Dungeons and Dragons club had started up, and we've got some kids that are really into that kind of thing. And again, that may not be for everyone, but some of the kids went just to see what it was and really enjoyed it and have been going back ever since. So it's
there's
really
a lot
awesome.
of opportunities in high school that when I was in high school, I took no advantage of. I worked, and school was just something I had to get over with. And a lot of people are that way. I look back, I said, boy, I wish I'd have taken more math, more English.
Well, and the other thing I think about is I never had that adult at school that I look forward to seeing and really pushed an interest to me. So we talk to our staff and even our administrative staff that be that one person that says hello to that kid in the hallway.
And you don't
every
realize
day.
how far that little recognition goes. Just
Absolutely.
to say, please, thank you, and hello, and how you doing? Little pat on the back every once in a while. It goes a long way at that age.
Yeah, or the kids know.
They're not getting it at home sometimes.
No, like Mr. Brown and I served Thanksgiving lunch. Just had a blast, making the kids laugh and pretending to be lunch ladies for the day, It's a lot of fun, but the kids know that that's kind of how we are. And if we, we're serious and stern when we need to be, but oftentimes we're trying to make it the best place for that.
You're
those
approachable.
Kids.
That's what I would call that.
Well, I
You're
just
approachable. They know they can come and talk to you if
yeah,
they need to.
Yeah, all of us, and all of us on the administrative staff, the office staff, the guidance staff. I really feel like we try to, be open door, open with the kids, and be available. And those are important
Well, you're
characteristics.
taking care of our future. You're training our future generations, and that's important for schools to do.
Yeah,
you got a lot on your shoulder. Maybe you don't realize it.
No, I tell you what, I love it. I love every day of it.
Yeah.
The summers, I don't like summers because there's no kids.
I know.
And it's boring and it's quiet. I like the energy.
Paperwork.
I like, it's lots of meetings with Dr. Ballinger.
Yeah.
But I like the kids. It's why you get into education.
Yeah.
If not, I'd probably, I don't know what I'd be doing. But
yeah. Can we embarrass your daughter? Because she probably won't watch this. But I met her when she was doing that theater.
Oh yeah, Frog and Toad.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
I said, I asked her. I said, do you get razzed because of? No.
Well, it just all depends on the day. You never know. But she's wonderful about it.
Tall.
She is. But she's a sophomore. Yeah, she's a sophomore, and she she does a great job.
She does.
She's
very
proud of her. And she did the theater one act that went to the regionals.
And I think that was something new for her too. I don't think.
Yeah, she's been doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I recall that. I said, I just wanted to try it out.
Yeah, just like cheerleading, she did the same thing. And again, that's what we want our kids to do.
Yeah.
The auditions for Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, which is going to be a combined Warren County High School and Skyline High School show. So we're going to do a combined county-wide musical.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'm very excited about that because when you get a bunch of kids together that are passionate about performing in theater, it's wonderful to have teachers and students collaborating together in our community. Right. And those auditions are next week. So I'm excited to see how that turns out.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll keep you informed keep our viewers informed of what's happening over at Warren County High School. We do want to remind you, though, that on December 3rd is the Kiwanis Pancake Day. It starts about 7 to 3, I think.
Yeah, I think it's something.
The Kiwanis do a lot for our school kids.
They do. They're awesome.
Kind of like a lot of things are behind the scene, but they put a lot of money into our children.
Our schools.
Yeah, the schools.
Absolutely.
So please, it's $7. Show up at the pancake. They're great. They even have buckwheat pancakes.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Buckwheat pancakes. Sounds good.
You can't get that anywhere. But it's great. That's on December 3rd. It's a Saturday, 7 to 3 at Warren County High School. And then, of course, that's also our Christmas parade. And I want to push that.
Absolutely. Christmas parade.
That afternoon, 5 or 5:30, something like that. Will be on downtown. That'll be great.
Yeah, you'll see the band there.
There's a lot of other things going on. The Blue Ridge Singers are putting on a concert. They'll be in Winchester that week, but the following week they'll be at Front Royal. There's just a lot of things happen during the holidays, and the schools are out there supporting.
December 10th is our holiday bazaar in the cafeteria from 8 to 2. Stop by and support our local vendors and our Warren County Parent Cat Pack, which is sort of like our PTO.
Yeah. And the DECA kids will be there making lunch or breakfast.
And lunch. Absolutely. Yes.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of things happening. And again, I appreciate all the work you're doing.
I appreciate you helping us out.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I enjoy it because I'm looking to new employees,
Excellent. All right.
You never know.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Yep.